Hello, my name is Dipanjan Sarkar. I'm a student of first semester in B.Ed section of University BTN Evening College. My roll number is 12 and today my topic is power dynamics of standard language and home language. Let us first know what is standard language. Standard language is a variety of a language that has been deliberately developed, codified, and adapted as a normative form of communication for a particular community, often for purposes such as education, government, media, and formal communication. There are some characteristics of standard language. The standard language has a set of standardized rules for grammar, spelling, and uses. It often seen as the correct or proper form of the language. It serves as a neutral or uniform means of communication across a wide audience. The standard language is used in formal domains such as government, law, media, and business. It is heavily codified in its written form, used in official documents, literature, and academic text. Standard language exhibit a degree of stability which is reinforced by its formal use and institutional backing. In multilingual societies, standard language often functions as a common language for communication. A standard language reflects the history, literature, and cultural values of a group. Now, what is home language? Home language refers to the languages that are primarily spoken and used for communication within a family or household. Characteristic of home language. The home language is used for daily communication among family members. The home language reflects the family's cultural, ethnic, and social identity. The home language carries emotional significance as it is associated with personal relationships, intimacy, and early life experiences. The home language may lack formal codification or standardization. In multilingual families, there may be more than one home language. The home language may have limited representation in education, media, or public life. A strong foundation in home language can help in acquiring additional languages. Now let us know why should we discuss power dynamics between standard language and home language. The first point is first point is understanding inequality and marginalization. Standard languages are often privileged in education, workplaces, and public spaces, while home languages may be devalued or ignored. This can marginalize individuals and communities whose home languages differ from the standard. Second point is preserving linguistic diversity. Many home languages are endangered because of societal pressure to prioritize standard languages. Discussing power dynamics help to advocate for the preservation and appreciation of linguistic and cultural diversity. Third point is empowering cultural identity. Home languages carry cultural traditions, values, and identities. When they are undervalued in favor of standard languages, individuals may feel pressured to abandon their linguistic heritage. Discussing those dynamics can promote respect for all languages and identities. Fourth point is challenging the notion of correctness. Standard languages are often seen as the proper or correct, leading to the stigmatization of home languages as informal or incorrect. This can affect self-esteem and confidence, especially in educational settings. Fifth point is promoting inclusive education. In education, favoring the standard language can disadvantage children who speak a different home language. Understanding these dynamics is essential for creating inclusive teaching practices that respect and integrate students' linguistic backgrounds. The last point is encouraging multilingualism. Discussing these dynamics encourages a shift from monolingual mindset to one that values multilingualism, where both standard and home languages can coexist and thrive. Now, power of standard language. Standard language is often seen as the correct or proper form of language, granting higher social status to people who use it. The standard language often provides access to better job opportunities, higher wages, and upward mobility. Standard language is usually the language of instruction in schools, shaping how knowledge is accessed and transmitted. Standard language often becomes the language of governance, law, and public administration. Most media outlets, books, and digital platforms use the standard language. Symbol of unity. Standard language is often promoted as the tool for national unity, creating a sense of shared identity and belonging. In global context, standard languages can dominate as lingua francas. Now let us know the importance of home languages. The home language is a key carrier of cultural traditions, values, and beliefs. The home language strengthens relationships and emotional connection among family members. The home language lays a strong foundation for cognitive and linguistic skills. Children who are taught in their home language during their early years tend to perform better academically. Home languages contribute to the richness of global linguistic and cultural diversity. Being able to speak and use one's home language fosters a sense of pride and self worth. The home language connects younger and older generations, enabling transfer of traditions. The home language enables individuals to participate fully in cultural and community events, reinforcing social cohesion. Now let us discuss power dynamics and inequalities. First point is social prestige and marginalization. Standard language are often associated with education, professionalism, and prestige, while home language may be viewed as informal or backward. Second point is economic inequality. A speaker of standard language often get better job opportunities and economic mobility than a speaker of home language. Third point is educational disparities. Standard languages dominate schools, creating challenges for children whose home language differs from the language of instruction. Fourth point is cultural erasure. The dominance of standard languages can lead to the erosion of home languages, along with the cultural practices and identities tied to them. And the fifth point is linguistic discrimination. Accent, dialect, and grammar differences can become markers of social class or regional identity, leading to prejudice and exclusion. Now let us discuss what should we do to address this imbalance. First point is promoting linguistic diversity. Recognize and celebrate the value of home languages as carriers of cultural history and identity. Also highlight the importance of multilingualism. The second point is inclusive education. Implement mother tongue based education in early childhood and train teachers to be culturally and linguistically inclusive. The third point is media representation. Encourage the inclusion of home languages in media such as television, radio, and online platforms. Fourth point is raising awareness. Educate society about the harm caused by linguistic discrimination and benefits of fostering linguistic equity. The fifth point is supporting language revitalization. Invest in research and projects to document and preserve endangered home languages. The sixth point is official recognition of home language. Grant formal recognition to minority or indigenous home languages to elevate their status in society. Then multilingual approaches. Promote multilingual programs that are incorporate both the home and standard language. Then policy reforms. Enact laws that protects linguistic rights. Encourage government to allocate funding for home language for programs and cultural preservation efforts. Then encouraging personal and social respect. Teach individual to respect and value home languages as a part of cultural identity and diversity. Now, conclusion. Acknowledging the imbalance of between standard and home language is essential to promote inclusion, equity, and respect for linguistic diversity. Promoting linguistic equity enriches societies by encouraging multilingualism, cultural diversity, and cross cultural understanding. Now, lastly, linguistic diversity is not just a reflection of humanity's cultural richness, it is also a pathway to greater social justice, equity, and mutual understanding. By valuing all languages, societies, and by valuing all languages, societies can create space where everyone's voice is heard, respected, and celebrated. Now it is the end of my presentation. Thank you for hearing.